But here's where it gets interesting, because even with that, why does it sound the same every time? Same wording, same message, same energy. That's the part that's weird. Now here's the third possibility.
Weirdos are gonna come after y'all.
Prime got draws, man. What's wrong with y'all? Prime got draws with great packaging.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I don't know who told you that.
All right, Buff Nation, I need y'all to be real with me for a second, because I'm starting to notice something, and I don't know if I'm tripping or if this is actually a pattern. I need y'all to listen to this. Roll the clip.
When I left Colorado, I feel like I was at a good point, but I feel like coming here, the transition from how I eat to how we work out here, is just kind of different. My decision to come here was just based off, it just means more, Coach uses that quote, it's just different here, and I really believe that. Being here is really just different from how we train to how we work, and the word extra around here. We're big on extra, because just doing what's required is not enough. When it comes to work, that's what this place is about. Like, you don't come here to do nothing else but work.
All right, now stop. Did y'all hear that? I'm happier. I'm getting more coaching. I'm getting more teaching. Everybody works harder over here. Why does that sound so familiar? Because I swear, every time a player leaves Colorado, they all say the same thing. Not kind of the same. Different players, different teams, different situations, but somehow it always comes back to, I'm happier now. I'm being coached better. This environment is better for me. Buff Nation.
In my 3 years of playing college football, I haven't had as much coaching as I've had in the first month that I've been here. So every time he pulls me to the side after a rep and talks to me about my feet or my base or the way my off arm was on the throw or whatever happened on the rep, it's cool. It's a lot of special coaching. I haven't been coached this much, and again, I'm just trying to learn as much as I can and improve.
At what point do we stop calling that random and start calling it a pattern? Now, before anybody gets emotional, let me say this. This is not me turning on Coach Prime. I'm Team Colorado. But I'm also not going to sit here and act like I'm not hearing what everybody else is hearing. Because when one player says something, cool. That's his experience. When two players say something, okay, maybe coincidence. But when it keeps happening over and over and over again,
change the narrative of everyone's thinking on my name. Be a part of a real and a great program that's going to impact me at my best ability. And ready to get to a new place and get to work. Yeah, I feel like I just don't want to play for the Clips. I actually want to be involved with a great leading program that's going to develop players. With that being said, that'll wrap up all the questions asked from you guys.
Now we got to ask questions because something ain't adding up. Now let's break this down the right way. There are a few possibilities here. First option, these players are just speaking from their situation. Maybe they went somewhere that fits them better. Maybe they're getting more reps, more attention, more one-on-one coaching. That happens. Not every system fits every player. So, yeah, they might actually feel happier. That's real. Second option, this is transfer portal talk. And if you know, you know. When players leave, they tend to hype up their new situation. They're not going to come out and say, yeah, it's the same thing. Nah, they're going to say, I'm better. This is better. Everything is better. That's part of the game now. But here's where it gets interesting. Because even with that, why does it sound the same every time? Same wording, same message, same energy. That's the part that's weird. Now here's the third possibility, and this is the one people might not want to hear. Colorado might be a different kind of environment, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, it's intense, it's loud, it's constant attention. Every move is watched, every mistake is magnified, and not everybody is built for that. So when players leave and they get to a quieter situation, yeah, they might feel happier. They might feel like they're getting more attention because the spotlight isn't as heavy. Now here's the fourth possibility. And this is where Buff Nation got to be honest. What if there actually are areas at Colorado that need to improve coaching details, development, teaching? Not saying it's broken, but maybe it's not perfect either. Because again, when you hear the same message repeatedly, you can't just ignore it. Now, me personally, I think it's a mix of everything. I think some players just weren't the right fit. I think some are talking up their new situation. And I think Colorado is such a high-pressure environment that when players leave, it feels different immediately. But I also think it's worth paying attention to, because this isn't just one voice. This is multiple voices saying similar things over the years, and that matters. Now, Buff Nation, let me bring this back to you, because we're part of this too. We hype players up, we expect results, we react fast, and sometimes that pressure, it adds to everything. So when players leave and say, I'm happier, that could mean a lot of things, not just one. Now I got to ask y'all this. Be honest. When you hear these players talk, do you think they're just talking? Or do you think there's something real behind it? Because I already know this comment section is about to be split. Half of y'all going to say they are just talking. The other half is going to say, I know you're not talking about my Coach Prime in Colorado. Something ain't right. But one thing I know for sure, when everybody keeps saying the same thing, you don't ignore it. You pay attention.
Nigga, we caught you. Nigga, we done goddamn caught you, my boy. Boy, you caught, boy. Hey, boy, you caught, boy. Hey, I ain't gonna tell nobody, though. Hey, I ain't gonna tell nobody.